You got to kick it off with a killer to grab attention. Then you got to take it up a notch.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us.
Who are you? I'm Shiva, the god of death.
Cells. Interlinked.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
Folks, welcome to Debaser, a film podcast. I'm Jared Rusk, and I'm joined by my co-host, Will.
I got nothing interesting to say this time around.
And we're also joined by Kourtney Rusk as our lovely guest today, not as a co-host.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Yeah. On this show, we explore both new and familiar movies as we attempt to analyze and interpret them, all in an effort to debase the films and ourselves. And Kourtney, I wanted to introduce you right off the bat so I didn't forget, because a lot of podcasts like to just let their guests talk without introducing them. And I think it's important that everyone knows who you are.
Thank you so much.
And today we're not covering a specific film, as you probably saw in the title. We're just going to go over our favorite movies of 2023 because we did watch a lot of them. In fact, I realized looking at best of lists from previous years that I've probably seen more movies from this year in the year. Well, I say this year. We're recording this in 2024. We're talking about the year 2023.
Yes.
We should clarify. But I think I've seen more movies, like contemporary movies for the year than maybe any other year. I was really shocked. And I think it's, and thanks in part to the podcast.
I would say I'm pretty sure it's because of this.
Yeah.
We really had an excuse like, fuck, what are we going to talk about? Fuck. What's in the the theaters? Let's just go watch that.
And we weren't always trying to cover like current or new releases. You know, sometimes we'll fall, like we started with Heat and Black Hawk Down, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Movies that are almost as old as we are. But then, if there was a new release, we're like, well, we might as well cover it. And it's a good excuse to go to the theater,
Exactly.
And this year, we saw a lot of movies. I did try to, in the last couple of weeks here, wrap up a lot of the movies that had a lot of buzz or were nominated for like Best Picture at the Oscars. And
Like
I wanted
Iron
to try
Claw?
And watch them. No, I was going to see Iron Claw either way, I think. Yeah.
Oh, wait, you're talking about your personal list of stuff that you watched recently.
Well, and there were movies where I had heard a lot about that were getting a lot of praise that I was like, I should probably try to see that before we do this episode so that I can account for it, like Anatomy of a Fall, Across the Spider-Verse, just films like that I just made sure I watched. If you give me 1 second, I need to go grab my list because I forgot I left it on the table.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I want to just, we're leaving all this into, I just want to say, Kourtney, you were here. He was complaining a lot about us being very disorganized.
Not prepared.
Exactly. And now look at this jerk.
Doesn't even have his list.
Yeah. Doesn't even have it memorized.
Oh my God.
God damn, dude.
I did.
Amateur.
Let me get back.
It's almost like he doesn't have a fucking podcast.
It's almost like he doesn't care.
That's true.
And we're back, and none of that's surviving the That's going to be so much better when I leave it in. Okay, so I wanted to grab my list because I did make some last minute changes to it.
Okay. Well, you did just recently watch like a bunch of movies like in the last, week and a half?
I did, but this was even after that. Like,
oh, really?
I struggled with where to put American Fiction.
What was that?
It is a... Christ, it would be good if I had like all the actors and directors memorized.
I know.
So funny enough, because I knew that was gonna be a point.
And you're ready to go, aren't you?
No, I wasn't ready to go, but I'm Googling real quick this film I'm going to talk about first as my number 5, and then I'm just going to keep doing that so that I have all the information right there ready to go.
Sorry.
You got to mute your phone. Wow. It's okay because we're all gonna do something bad. Like you just got up and we're a goof. The non-muted phone. I'm gonna hit this. There, I got it out of the way. It's gone. It's done.
Kills me every time. And then there will be times where he'll do it and like he just keeps talking and like I'm like I can't edit around.
In
this.
the
It's
middle
gonna
of
ruin his sentence.
No, it's organic, dude. It's organic. It just shows how much of a down to earth guy I am because I'm stupid. Exactly. There you go.
So to circle back to where I left off, American Fiction was a movie by Cord Jefferson. It stars Jeffrey Wright and Sterling K. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really, really good movie, but I was struggling where to place it. I think I put it too high initially and I had to move it around a lot. But I was like really impressed with it. It was one of the funniest movies I saw this year.
Really?
It was fun.
And it's a really good time. but I'm not talking about it yet. So I'm sorry to have jumped there.
That's okay.
Do we want to do like a snake?
Yeah, I think it's
where we each do one.
Yes, I think that's the way to go.
Okay,
Are we starting at 5?
All right. I don't even have to propose a different way.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, just start at 1. Just rip the fucking band-aid off.
And then the worst movie.
No
It's worse from
suspense.
here.
Everyone drops off after the first.
Yeah,
one.
pretty much.
Okay.
that.
So we're doing a top 5 of
Yeah.
our favorite movies of 2023. Does anyone want to is ready to go first, or should I just?
I'm ready to go. I can do it.
Will, okay. Let's start with you, and then I'll go to you, Kourtney, and then we'll go to me, Jared.
Are you gonna go twice?
Yeah, because of the snake draft sort of thing. Yeah, I have to go twice, and then I'll go to Will, and then he'll go twice.
This is okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Will, let's start with your number 5 of 2023.
Yeah, my number 5 film. If we've actually done an episode on this movie, and I had nothing but praise for it. It's the movie that came out March 31st, Dungeons and Dragons. It was directed by John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein, starring Sophia Lillis, Chris Pine, Daisy Head, even though she didn't have nearly as many speaking roles as the rest of the main cast. Michelle Rodriguez and Reggie-Jean Page. And why is Justice Smith all the way at the back? That's wild.
Oh,
and Chloe
wow.
Coleman. Yeah,
Was he billed late?
he must be. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So I loved this movie. Once again, we did an episode on it. It was super fun, super funny. I love D&D as a hobby. You know, I play quite a bit, and just the fact that they were able to capture so much of what like a fun D&D campaign could look like was just like, it was a good time, man. Like I remember seeing the Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out in the 2000s and being like, wow, this fucking sucked. And this movie had every reason to suck and didn't. And I think it's owed to the directors. I mean, we both said that they did that movie Game Night. They were in Freaks and Geeks. They've been around. They, I think, kind of lived the same life that I have lived, and so they have the same kind of respect for the source material that the movie's from. So I love that movie. It was fun.
It was so good. I can't believe it was from this year. Like it feels like it was forever ago.
Doesn't it?
I forgot.
It hasn't even been out for a whole year. And I've no shit watched that movie 7 times.
I'm mad I missed the Steelbook. It's already sold out.
Oh man, I'm sorry, dude.
It's a great movie. I think it surprised everybody with how great it was. I think it's already confirmed getting a sequel, right?
I don't know. It didn't make as much money back as it should have. It was unfortunately like sandwiched in between Mario, and I think that the Spider-Verse came out like shortly after. It was in between two films that obviously overshadowed it and like outgrossed the fuck out of it. So I know that Hasbro has shown interest in either doing like another movie possibly or a TV show. Unfortunately, the Joe Manganiello headed show that they were going to do about Dragonlance fell through. It's not going to happen.
Oh, it's a shame.
Yeah, I know, because I know he
loves that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what the future holds, but if we get a sequel, great. If we don't, I have, the OG, and it's really good. So
yeah.
Kourtney, how about you?
Okay. I had a really hard time deciding my... Oh, go on.
Oh, sorry. Kourtney's number 5 of 2023.
Number 5. Okay. I had a really hard time picking out my 5th movie because this was a really good year of movies.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
So many good things came out. I just had a really hard time because I wanted to have a comedy in my like top 5, like a straight comedy. I wanted it to be Bottoms because there aren't movies made like that anymore, like in a theater of like about girls who are gay and fighting each other. Like
I'm always saying this,
but it's not. It's
Are you really always saying?
I'm always saying they don't make movies like this anymore, but specifically about gays in high school.
Gay women in high school. Gay in high school movies.
Gay fight clubs.
But is that it? Is Bob's your number 5?
God! 1 second.
You gotta look something up.
No, I think I deleted my note.
No.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
crisis averted.
I was like, what happened?
A professional show, folks.
I'm not a professional. This is a hobby
Neither
for
are
me.
we.
Okay, I
You're
wanted it to
talking
be
hobbyists.
bottoms.
It's okay.
But
Oh, it wasn't bottoms.
it
Okay.
wasn't bottoms because I couldn't stop thinking about Anatomy of a Fall.
Oh, okay.
It just edged right up to number 5 for me. It was such a good movie. I first heard about it because of a tweet that said this person saw Obama's daughter in the theater for it, and they said if it's on Obama's best of list, they know he's not actually watching these movies. And the tweet I saw was the follow-up that said, it made it! So I kept calling it the Obama movie, and Jared for a while thought it's because he produced it, and he did not.
That's wild. So, Jared and I were actually talking about it earlier because I have not seen it, and he says like it's a courtroom procedural, and if you like that, you're gonna enjoy it.
It is a legal thriller, and I don't usually like those types of movies, but this one was like almost like a nightmare where things just keep going wrong.
Oh hell yeah!
And no matter how hard the protagonist tried to explain themselves, it just dug them deeper in a hole, and it felt in a way like really relatable just for how awful everything was going for them, even though the situation is not relatable at all.
That's wild. Who directed it?
Girl, let me look it up.
Okay,
Some French guy.
Some
that's right. You
French guy.
said you told me it was a French.
It's a
that's
French
right.
film.
Yeah.
If you want to look that up, I'll diatribe about it for a minute because it didn't make my top 5, but it was in my top 10.
Okay, I was actually curious if this also made your top 5.
It's in my top 10. It's
Gotcha.
number 7. Yeah, number 7.
Right on.
So I'll talk about it for just a second
Yeah.
since I won't later. I also like, you said I thought that Obama produced this. I was thinking of like a Netflix movie about like the end of the world or something.
That was an Obama.
Yeah, he did produce
yeah.
some movies this year.
But I just got like the titles mixed up. This is not.
Well, I did say it was the Obama movie.
Obama. Sorry.
Soda!
But no, I also loved Anatomy of a Fall. Like I watched it because Kourtney watched it and was like,
Shit.
it's so good. So I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And I was like really impressed. It is like, okay, so it's a legal thriller to sell anybody on it. It is a legal thriller. And if that makes you snooze, like, hold on, it's a French legal thriller. And I did not know until this film that the French legal system is fucking nuts.
It's like Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Like prosecutors are allowed to do everything. And make all kinds of weird insinuations and accusations, and their defense attorney can be like, "No,
no,"
and it doesn't make any sense. And apparently it is pretty accurate to like what the French court system is actually like. Although that may have been like a joke that I read.
Yeah,
but I did not understand. I was like, this cannot be right because like I feel like if I was watching like Law and Order or something, they'll be like, hold on, you're completely out of order. But no, like some crazy shit was happening. People were like proposing evidence and theories that I was like, no, there's like a million holes in this. But then like sometimes something would come up, like there's a conversation that was recorded. I won't spoil too much. And you're just like going, oh no. And then your jaw's on the floor listening to it and you're thinking, oh my God. And you're just like, it's slowly unveiling new information throughout the movie. And like you were saying, it is maybe the penultimate situation is relatable, but what happened wasn't relatable.
Yeah.
But like, it is a deep dive into like, how messy a relationship can be.
Yeah.
And like when you just throw out all the dirty, gory details in like a setting, like a courtroom, it's going to look bad, like it's going to be very messy and you can use it to point fingers in all kinds of directions. It's a fascinating movie. The acting is off the charts. Like everyone's giving a great performance, all the way down to like the child actor and the dog.
Yeah, the dog of the year.
Yeah, he brought up the dog and how the dog should win.
Yeah, the
Oscar.
dog is really hot right now. People are like, that dog deserves all the awards this year.
I can't wait for the dog to like have a dirty secret dug up about him and the dog gets fucking
get
canceled.
milkshake ducked, where find out like the dog posted like some neo-Nazi memes in 2016.
Yeah, the dog actually like was what was that fucking Dave Chappelle sketch? I know Dave Chappelle's bad, but there's the one where they had like there was a dog that was on a TV show, but he was also in like helping the police round up the protesters for equality.
Was this from the Chappelle show?
It was
Yeah.
from the
I don't
Chappelle
remember
show.
this.
Yeah, it was like that dog bit me, and they like went to court and they had the dog's jaws go to the guy's bite mark on him, and it like lined up, and they were also talking about how like Mr. Edward the horse is a racist, like all racist Hollywood animals.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a really long fucking thing just to make
It took a long
joke.
drive. But
I'm
we
so
got
sorry.
there.
That's the
Okay,
joke.
Anatomy of a Fall, directed by Justine Triet, a woman.
Oh,
That's right, a woman director.
We know that's a woman and not just a French guy's name.
I looked it up.
Okay.
She is a woman.
Okay.
Wait,
My apologies to that woman.
not the only one that's gonna make it on the list tonight, baby.
that's true.
That's true.
That's true. It is starring Sandra Hüller. Well, now I understand why you guys are always.
Right? It's hard.
Oh,
Sorry, I was like, wait.
I don't fuck up most names, but some of them, the French ones specifically, are fucking difficult.
I know. All right, Sandra Hüller, who I think is German because she's in Anatomy. My God, she is in. What is that movie? God.
Well, in this film, she's German.
She is German in this film, and something that I like about this is that. Well, that adds to the stress is that the court system is French, so they make her speak in French. It's not her native language.
Oh,
So she's super stressed out because she's trying to defend herself and can hardly, well, not, she's doing a good job, but
yeah.
it's not her native
It gets
language.
complicated for her, yeah.
Anyway, she's also in a Holocaust movie that came out this year.
Zone of Interest.
She's also
I'm so
the protagonist in Zone of Interest,
Oh,
so
no
she's
shit.
having a year.
You just told me about this one too. I'm also gonna check
That movie
out.
is up for Best
I'm
Picture.
Very
so-
excited about that one.
Do you think Will would like that?
Yeah, it is devastating.
Fantastic! I love that.
You'd like it.
I can't wait to feel awful.
It's bad.
I will say, since we're on the subject, I did not watch Zone of Interest, so it's not on my list. But I did catch the tail end of it while you were watching it, Kourtney. And I watched, it was like 30 minutes. It was the end of the film. And it was actually a really effective scene. I liked it. And then I was like, wow, that was really, like, I like that scene, even though I don't think I want to watch this movie. But you were like, that was like the best scene in the movie, though. And I was like, oh, okay, I don't need to watch the rest of this.
It was a good movie, but it was devastating, and I kind of didn't want to see it. Like,
A movie about
understand.
Auschwitz was devastating?
No way.
Everyone is just
Do
anyway.
tell.
She's having a year. She's in 2 like Best Picture nominations.
That's wild. That's
huge.
really
Yeah.
good. Good for her.
Yeah. Yeah, when you told me that, I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Promote her agent, you know?
Yeah. I know,
Right?
So is it on me?
I think it is.
It's me.
Jared
Okay.
Rusk's number 5.
Thank you so much, Will.
5.
Okay. My number 5 film of the year was Are You There, God? It's Me. Margaret.
Fuck, I wanted to see that movie so bad. God damn it.
Please do it.
Such a
want
good
to.
movie.
Yeah.
I watched this before my daughter was born, but knowing that I was going to be the father of a daughter.
Yeah.
And I think I'd already picked it out to watch. I won't say what I actually did because maybe I sailed the seas to get it. but I heard the praise about this movie. It had like a 99% of Rotten Tomatoes.
God damn.
People were just like, guys, this movie has no right being this good. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. And so I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And like, we were having like a lazy afternoon building our daughter's crib.
Oh, that was so sweet.
And I was like, well, let's throw this movie on. You know, it'll be some nice background noise, if nothing else. And I
Yeah.
ended up getting so engrossed, it took me like hours to build that crib because I had to sit and watch this fucking movie. It was so good. So a little bit about the film. It's directed by Kelly Freeman Craig. And Kelly also wrote the script, but it's based on a Judy Blume book from the 70s.
That's right.
But which is insane because this movie does not feel antiquated. Like, it is a period piece, but not a strong one. Not one where it's like, oh, this film is like firmly rooted in the 70s and it's not going to like translate for like modern like preteen girls. No, this movie actually translates amazingly well. Like, yeah, nobody has a cell phone in it, but like that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, like
They're
it's
just living in the moment. No cell phones at all.
living the now.
everyone just vibes, you know. But it's incredible. Like, it's really good, and I think we were both kind of knocked on our asses emotionally about it. You know.
Yeah, I was so
Um,
happy. Like, it made me cry.
Yeah. Rachel McAdams is the mom in it. She's doing a terrific job. The protagonist, Margaret, is played by Abby Ryder Fortson, who was amazing in it. Kathy Bates is the grandma. She's doing a great job.
Yeah.
I love Kathy Bates. She's great.
The dad is Benny Safdie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, he has been popping
He
up.
is.
Really?
He's in
Yeah.
Oppenheimer too.
And
Yeah.
oh my God, that's right. He's
Yeah.
the guy that's like, until someone builds a bigger bomb.
Exactly.
And then he's also in The Curse. Isn't that him too?
Yeah, that is.
Curse. I haven't seen The Curse.
Oh, that's the Nathan Fielder show that came out this year.
Oh.
With Emma Stone and him.
I haven't seen it, but I really want to
he
watch
plays
that.
their director, who's like a weirdo. Apparently,
Yeah.
I didn't finish it. We started
We'll
it,
get
but we
there.
didn't finish it. Yeah, I hear we should.
That
finish
fucking
it.
Safdie keeps popping up, man.
Yeah.
He's crazy. Yeah, he's crazy for this one, man. One of the directors of Uncut Gems, is the dad, like a very wholesome dad in this movie. It's so crazy.
That's wild.
So I have to do my fourth movie before we move on to you, Courtney.
Okay.
Jared Rusk's number 4.
Thank you so much.
4.
My fourth favorite film of this year was Blackberry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will, we should probably cover this film one
You'd
day.
love it.
Oh, would I?
Yeah, you would absolutely dig this. In fact, there is a blink and you miss it scene of a guy painting a Warhammer figure too in this.
Oh,
I sent you a
fuck.
text about it
you
when I
did.
watched it.
I
yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
This film is written and directed by Matt Johnson. It has co-writing credits to Jacqui McNish and Sean Silkoff. I'm not familiar with those gentlemen, but Matt Johnson I know from Nirvana, the band, the show.
Oh, that's right, dude. You made me
Yep.
stay. We got done recording the episode, and then you made me stay for like half an hour, showing me shit from.
Was it the Wii Shop?
It was the Wii Shop thing,
God,
and it was
a
like,
classic.
oh, and I was like, "Fuck, I've seen this," because fucking Brian showed it to me like years
it's
ago.
one of the best. Like, okay, listener, like, pause the show for just a second, open up YouTube and type in like "Wii Shop Wednesdays" by Nirvana the Band. You're gonna have an amazing. What is it, like 5 minutes, 8 minutes?
Yeah.
8 minutes? No way.
It's not even that long. Yeah, maybe 2 or 3. I'm sorry.
What is it? 18 minutes? 30 minutes?
What is it? A 2.5 hour movie? Put it on.
Ninja Gaiden 1, Ninja Gaiden 2,
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden 3.
But they were like a sketch group that had a TV show on Vice, which is that even a channel
No,
anymore?
It's
not only
gone.
is Vice gone, but so is the
Well, they
their
just-
journalism's being
Exactly.
shut
I
down.
know they just laid off all of the remaining journalists.
They got bought
a few
out
days
by
ago.
some company that's gonna.
Did they actually get bought out?
And that company's not going to do shit with them.
Oh no. Well, they were valued at like $5 billion a few years ago, and they were trying to sell to Disney forever. And then it never happened, and so they've just been slowly like laying off their workforce. And because they're unionized, it took them like longer than usual. But
What a bummer.
yeah, I know. Well, one of my favorite gaming outlets came out of Vice. They
Yeah.
were called Waypoint,
Yeah.
and everybody that got laid off there went on to form a new gaming group of like journalists called Remap. So I want to promote them real fast. Please check out Remap Radio. It's an amazing podcast and website. They still publish articles too, because that was like their bread and butter for years. But yeah, check out Remap Radio. They're a great gaming outlet. The show comes out once a week. And they have a great website too, where they do articles and news. Fuck Vice, fuck capitalism, go home. But that's their motto. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
My fourth film though was Blackberry. And it's written and directed by Matt Johnson, who was part of Nirvana the Band, the show, which had an amazing TV show. It has 2 seasons. It's really hard to find the show because of rights issues.
Yeah.
So just pirate it.
Okay.
You kind
They
of
say
have
that.
to. They actually
that's
tell
right.
you.
Yeah, you told me
Yeah,
that.
the creators themselves, because it's so hard to actually get a legal copy of it. Like it's not on DVD. I
Right.
think you can only buy one of the seasons in like some places, which I did just to give them money.
Yeah.
But
They were like, we worked hard on this. We want people to see it.
Exactly. But the guys are going on to make films now, and this was one of their first like big budget films. I want to read the cast list really fast. It's Jay Baruchel is the main character. Glenn Howerton in an amazing role.
He's so good.
And the Matt Johnson plays like third lead, which is really good. And like normally when a guy is like writer, director, and actor, you're just like, oh boy. But no, he's great. Like he is a film nerd turned like film creator now.
Yeah.
Which is, and you love to see it when it does well.
When it works,
when they know what they're doing.
When
Yeah,
it's
when it
not
works, exactly.
A fluff piece about themselves.
But the film is kind of a biopic about the phone, the BlackBerry phone.
Oh, okay.
About the guys, the nerds that like created it in like their dingy ass offices.
Yeah.
But it's about these nerds that like created this like company in like their dingy offices because they were like tech hobbyists. And then they went on to create like what was like the hottest tech product of the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And then like the day the iPhone came out, it just like completely decimated their business.
Mm-hmm.
It is a fascinating film. It's a really good ride. It's a lot of fun. It's very funny. And I think because of Matt Johnson, like he's a very funny guy. Glenn Howerton is doing some really good work in here. He shaved his head, right?
He shaved his
not
head.
wearing
for
a
the
bald
role.
cap.
No, he's not wearing a bald cap. He shaved his head.
And he
commitment.
didn't get nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and I
It's
think
a crime.
Isn't he pissed about it too?
I don't know because the It's Always
should
Sunny
be.
podcast hasn't come back after the strike.
Probably because he's so pissed off still.
He
And he should
was
be.
so good. But yeah, I remember during when he did it, they were doing the show, and
Yeah.
the other guys were like, "Are you sure you wanted to do that? What if your hair doesn't grow back?"
Is he still bald?
No, he grew back.
Okay.
He's Dennis. He can't be. It would ruin his entire personality.
Really? I don't know who this guy
Oh,
is.
that's right. You don't watch Always Sunny. Isn't he like the most Always Sunny kind of fan
Don't-
we have?
don't-
as
I
a
love
friend,
It's
too?
Always Sunny.
This
it's-
episode is about our movies.
I know.
Okay.
It's not about that fucking show. Too many people have told me I'd love it. I'm not watching it. Fuck you guys.
It's right up your alley.
I watch it all the time.
But yeah, we should maybe cover Blackberry on the show.
I would love to. Yeah,
It's
it
a
sounds
great
fun.
film, and I think we'd have a fun time watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Courtney, it's time for your number 4 film of 2000.
It's my turn?
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Oh, my bad. I was not ready.
It's gonna keep
Okay.
coming back to you.
Number 4. Okay. My number fourth movie.
My number 4th movie.
My number 4th movie is Godzilla -1.
Fuck you,
What?
dude.
It was so good. You can still talk about it.
That's my number 3.
Yeah, don't give it away. Come on now. It's got to be a secret.
All right, direct it. Well,
I mean,
I'll leave you for it.
no.
You haven't-
Talk about
okay,
it.
all
Talk
right.
about it.
Well, you guys talked about this during the episode, but I was crying like the whole movie. It hit home so hard because we had just had a baby. And anytime the daughter was on screen, I was just like,
She was
just
adorable.
started bursting into tears. She was so cute.
It was the first time we'd gotten a babysitter too. Was to go see this
Yeah,
movie.
it was big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Godzilla was legitimately terrifying in this.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
At first, when he showed up on the island, I was so like, yeah, that's our boy. And then by the time he is like jawsing behind the minesweepers, I was like scared. Like I had goosebumps because Godzilla was really scary.
Bro, he had crazy eyes, dude. It was like on fucking crack, dude.
And Will, you haven't seen Shin Godzilla yet?
I have not seen Shin.
Okay, very minor spoiler, but it's not like in Shin Godzilla when Godzilla first shows up and he's goofy looking, and you're like,
oh yeah.
What?
Oh, he's
How
got the.
serious?
I know of the
You know
goofy
about
look
this?
because he's got the fucking itty bitty little pupils and the giant white
Yeah.
eyes.
there's
and
a
he's
few
like,
things going on.
Yeah.
I won't go into
He
detail.
looks like a penis,
but he comes up showing goofy at first.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, anytime Godzilla was about to come up, I knew he was coming. I felt like a sense of absolute dread. And I just never expected that the human element of it would be so touching. Like,
one of the first times ever.
yeah, where I actually cared about the people more than Godzilla.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy how they did that.
Oh,
When I heard that this film was getting such good reviews and praise, I was like, oh, it must be a movie like that's all about Godzilla, because it's always the people stuff that sucks. And
Yeah,
no, it's actually they get everything right, you know?
yeah.
yeah. It's such a rare occurrence. I
And
think.
the first, almost 45 minutes of the film is almost entirely about one guy and like him coming back to like a destroyed post-war Japan. And you're like, this could be its own movie and it'd be great, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And then you're like, oh, right, this is a Godzilla picture.
Oh, but the music was great. The costume design was amazing. Just everything. I loved that movie so much.
Yeah.
also I did.
You can talk about that later.
Yeah. Okay.
Will? Will, what is your number 4 film
My
of
number
2023?
My number 4 film was actually Barbie by Greta
Yeah.
Gerwig. I
Snaps.
yeah, not to try to win points or anything. I actually just really love this fucking movie. It's almost like it's wild because we got Dungeons and Dragons in March, and then 2 months later we got Barbie, and both of those films felt like such a breath of fresh air in the stuff that I like to watch. Because you
Franchise films.
No. What I'm saying is I like to watch, movies that make me feel bad or Marvel
Yeah.
junk. And so having 2 movies come out in the same year that were fun, just fun movies. Like you're having fun watching the film. Like the people who are obviously in the film are having a good time. And Barbie also had, a pretty good message. It had heartfelt moments that felt earned rather than, other films that, it's not earned, it's trite. It's using all of the emotional manipulation to get you to feel one way when it hasn't done that for the entire film. We've talked about Pixar films that have done that, or that fucking House on Bly Manor or Haunting of Bly Manor, which was fucking awful. But This movie was a really good time. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. I really just went to go see it for the memes because, I thought it was going to be. I knew that it was going to be something, but I didn't know what. And I just liked the irony of a person who looks like me going to go see fucking Barbie, especially like opening night, and just being blown away by it, like having a fucking laugh. Man, Ryan Gosling was killing it. Margot Robbie is stereotypical Barbie as the movie said. The only thing that was like weak was the Will Ferrell character. But
the Mattel stuff was pretty
yeah. But the core of the film was really good, and I quite enjoyed it. But yeah, that was my number 4, and then if we're gonna snake right into number 3, it's Godzilla. It's Godzilla -1. That the movie was so fucking good, man. Like as you said, the monster was actually terrifying. This is like the most powerful a Japanese Godzilla has felt for me in a long time. I've been watching some of the older films, and it's usually just it feels just like oh hey, we got Godzilla, he's got to fight something, let's throw a praying mantis or what have you at him. I watched Final Wars recently, the one that came out in 2004, and I could not care.
They get silly. They get sillier and sillier.
They do,
and I like that. But
it's once again, it's refreshing when you can like take a creature that we all know and love and is iconic and make him fucking scary, dude. Like this Godzilla did not give a single shit about anything except for blowing stuff up, and it was tight as hell. This is directed by Takashi Yamazaki. For whatever reason, the actors are not available right there. To have to go to like IMDb to see them.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, and like,
are you just using Google?
I was.
Google is so lame.
It's
getting worse.
It is, but like the other 2 films had all the details. It's just this one doesn't for whatever reason.
Google will do a thing where you Google somebody and it's like, here's every movie that like it makes you think that they made these movies or were in these movies.
Oh, but
sometimes they're just like barely related to those movies.
That's silly. But this movie was once again also like making gangbusters. Like people in the States were loving it. I think that this film also kind of makes the Legendary Pictures films look very silly in comparison. Like I'm not to dog on the Legendary Pictures Godzillas because I do enjoy that specific Godzilla.
We love them in their own way.
Yeah. But like I don't know, I can't see the -1 running across the fucking sands of Egypt, atomic breathing King Kong. Like I can't see that. And that being said, I'm gonna go fucking see Godzilla X Kong because it looks like it's it'll be fun, whatever. So, but yeah, I can't heap enough praise on this, and I'm looking forward to Mr. Yamazaki's next film.
All right,
it's back to you, Kourtney. I'm so sorry.
What is your?
No, it's fine. It's good.
Number 3 film of 2023.
My number 3 film is The Iron Claw.
Oh,
hell
nice.
Yeah! Let's fucking go.
I was wondering if that was going to get representation.
Oh yeah, I love that movie. I mean, I was so happy to watch it twice. I would watch it again, again and again. It's so devastating, so good.
Yeah.
I really didn't know much about the Von Erich family like at all prior to the movie. It basically came on my radar when the pictures of Zac Efron looking crazy, jacked and tan and wild came out. And I'm just like, what happened to him? And then one of my favorite wrestlers, MJF, was going to be in the movie, so I was really looking forward to it. He ended up getting cut, but it's okay.
You see him for like a split second in one of the scenes.
But
I remember we were watching it and you paused it and were like, hey, there he is.
Because I missed him the first time, so I was like, where is he?
And he's top billed in the cast and credits still.
No, because he's an executive producer of it.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember his name pops up and I was like, you didn't see that motherfucker.
But it was just so good, so enthralling. Like I didn't know anything about them. I just came in really blind. And after I finished the movie, I feel like I kind of became obsessed with the Von Erichs. Like I just kept reading up on all of them, and like it was such a morbid curiosity about this just poor family who lost everyone, everything. I would like watch matches of Carrie and just be like, that guy, spoiler alert, didn't have a foot in these matches.
Yeah, Jared told me that. I was like, oh, he had it for years
and
or whatever,
no one knew. Like he kept it a complete secret.
Yeah.
truly insane. And to this day, I still make jokes about ranking your favorite things.
Like
the dad ranks
his
the
sons.
children.
That's good.
Oh.
You know what's crazy is Jared sent me a commercial, a Pizza Hut commercial.
Yes.
With them in it.
And they're just like, they were so famous. And the movie almost doesn't really get into how big they were.
Yeah, it undersells like the height of their popularity.
Like they're in commercials, just like they were huge. But it was such a good movie. It was so devastating. I want to live that way forever, baby.
Oh.
I love that film. Yeah, good pick.
Thank you.
Jared's number 3
of 2023 is Beau is Afraid. You know I had to do it to him.
Jared, I hate to tell you this.
No.
It's my number 3.
Wow. Okay.
Wait, I thought
you
it was
guys,
Godzilla.
Oh, no, sorry. It's my number 2. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's Beau is Afraid, absolutely.
Fucking A, baby. I'm glad you picked it higher than me.
Brainwaves, baby. Let's go. All right, but no, let's hear it.
Listen, we covered this film.
Yes, we did.
It's the Ari Aster follow-up to Midsommar.
We were the only people who covered this film.
Probably, yeah. This movie was incredibly divisive.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be revisited in a few years and reappreciated.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I do think it is a work of art, like truly, like with a capital W, capital A. It is a panic attack watercolor fairy tale. It is so wonderful. And there is a scene, halfway through the film that's just like a play that just goes on, and it's just one of the most incredible scenes I've ever seen in a movie. But we talked for 2 hours about this film already on the show, so I'll try to keep it brief. But goddamn, Ari Aster, I don't know if he can make a bad film. I love everything he's put out.
You can't. He's untouchable. And
I get that, this movie nobody was expecting this kind of movie from him, but I wasn't disappointed. It was something else for goddamn sure, but I'm so glad I saw it. It definitely blew my fucking mind for an entire afternoon. It was nice that we were the only people in the theaters to see it after the one dude left who
that was fun.
Clearly like, what the fuck? I'm out of here.
Yeah. I recently rewatched it with Jeremy.
Yeah.
Actually. Me and Jeremy were hanging out, and I was like, hey man, you want to watch this really fucking weird movie and stuff? And I kind of told him the premise, and he's like, yeah, man, let's do it. And he loved it.
Oh, thank you.
I thought you were going to say he left.
No. Yeah, he got the left.
Well, I got to go, man.
It was like 2 hours in, and I looked back on the couch, and he was gone. No, he loved it because he's got ADHD, and so it was so overstimulating.
Yes.
That he was like, he couldn't look away.
Yeah.
And because of that, he was glued to the screen.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, he was like, what a movie.
Yeah.
What a fucking great movie.
Truly.
And
there's so much happening.
We talk about the cock monster all the time. Yeah. I fucking love Beau is Afraid.
Parker Posey was so good in it too.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And you blew right through that bag, didn't you?
Oh my God. That's right.
What a great
Didn't
film.
you scream in the theater when she said that?
Yes, I did. Because what a thing to say. What a thing to say, man. Oh God, what a good movie.
Oh man. Okay, so I gotta go again.
Yeah. Oh, you're at your number 2. Number 2.
My number 2 movie of 2023 is... Hey everyone. Unfortunately, we are going to end things there this week. The 3 of us went a little long recording this episode, so instead of uploading an episode the length of Oppenheimer, I am breaking this into 2 parts. You can hear Kourtney, Will, and myself discuss our top 2 movies next week. Until then, I've been Jared Rusk, and our lovely guest on this episode was Kourtney Rusk. My co-host was Will Taylor, and you can find Will at pocket_infinity on Instagram. Remember to subscribe to us on your podcast app if you haven't already, and follow us on social media by searching for @DebaserPod. Till the Debaser next time. Debaser is hosted and produced by Will Taylor and Jared Rusk. Want to email the show? Send it to podcast@debaserpod.com. Want to help us out? Please leave us a review on your podcast platform of choice, especially Apple Podcasts. If you write a 5-star review of Debaser on Apple Podcasts, I may read your review in a future episode. Thanks for listening, and take care out there.
Matt! Yeah? Update day!
What?
New Wii titles.
What? I'm in the bathroom.
Update day for the Wii shopping channel. It's funny because normally they do it at midnight, but it's like 11. It's like 11:15. What time is it in Japan? Fucking turn that up. I love that grooving. What kind of music is that? Like a bossa nova beat? Makes me really want to just croon it. This is such a danceable song. You know what we should do? We should write a song for our act with titles of Wii games. Oh. Because everybody knows about the Wii Shopping Channel, and everybody loves to shop on it every Wednesday. So what we'll do is we'll write a theme song for the Wii Shopping Channel. Watch this. Watch this. You can sing to the titles of the Super Mario RPG, Super Mario 3. Mega Man, Neo, Turf Masters, Breakin', Star. You know what I mean, Jared? Yeah. Like every start, you say the lyrics of the. Let me try one.
Super Mario RPG, Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong 3, Adventures of Lolo 1 and 2, King's Knight, Dig Dug, Juman Fu, Harvest Moon.
Did you write this song?
League Puzzle Pokemon, Toe Jam and Earl and Panic on Funkotron. Castlevania, Fatal Fury, Ninja Chuchu, Mario Comet, Razor Blazing, Lasers, Basis Loaded, Mega Turrican, Cybernator, Rolling Thunder, Dynastic Hero, Bubble Bobble, Double Double Dragon F-Zero.
I get it, you memorized the song.
Zero X and Donkey Kong Jr. Math, Ninja Gaiden 1, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3. Cruising USA. Wow!